Does it ever feel like you're just waiting for retirement to begin? Like one day you'll magically wake up and everything has just fallen into place. I think a lot of people feel that way. I also think the happiest retirees don't just wait for retirement to happen, they make it happen. But it does require shifting your mindset and setting meaningful goals so that you can take control of your retirement and your life. For years, decades, we work hard, we save, we plan, we dream about retirement. But too often we imagine it as a destination, something that just happens once we reach a certain age or a financial milestone. The problem with that is that passive approach can leave us feeling lost or bored or even a little disappointed. Without purpose or structure or direction, retirement can feel like hitting a wall instead of a new chapter. Hey guys, welcome back to Old Guy Talks Money. Thanks for joining me, and if you're enjoying the content, please hit that like and subscribe. So before we get started, maybe what we need to do is pause and ask an important question. What is retirement really? Well, a lot of people think retirement is just the moment you stop working, like it's a calendar event. That's a limited view. It's a short-sighted view. Maybe what we need to do is rethink, redefine what retirement really is. Maybe the better way to think about it is retirement's not just the end of something, but it's the start of a new phase of life. One where you decide what matters most, how you spend your time, and what kind of impact that you want to make. It's less about leaving a job and more about stepping into a freedom, but freedom on your own terms. And how do we make that happen? Well, goals. Guys, we've been setting goals all our lives. But why is it so important? Why are they so important in retirement? Setting goals gives our retirement shape. It brings structure to your days, and it brings meaning to your time. They don't have to be big. They just have to be your goals. So, what are some to think about? Well, personal growth. Learn a new skill. Start a creative project. Take a class. I play guitar. A big one for me right now is health. I am trying to walk an hour every single day. I don't know that I'll ever join a gym, but maybe we need to work on our diet, cook more. It's the small changes regarding our health that really make a difference. One that's hard for me because I'm very, very introverted is relationships. But one of the things I thought about is what can I do to connect now with old friends or spend more time with my family? I've noticed, and I believe y'all do too, that when you take work off the table, you quit protecting your time. I was terrible about it. Sunday evenings, or really all day Sunday, that was my time. I did my laundry and I got ready for the week and all those things. And basically, I never left the house on a Sunday. Now I find myself much more free, less protective of my time. Travel. That's another big one. How many of us say that when we retire, we want to travel? How many of us really do it? And lastly, and again, I've struggled with this, is financing. You watch some of my other videos, you've heard me say two of the things that I'm worried about in retirement is running out of money, and two is not spending enough money. I think we have to be specific about it. We have to set spending goals and manage our distributions, but also maybe bite the bullet and make that big purchase that you've always put off. Key takeaway here is to be intentional, turn your goals from someday into right now. Here's something I think a lot of people miss. I know I did. And that's that retirement doesn't start when you stop working. It starts when you begin preparing for the life that you want in retirement. That year preceding up to my retirement, I was constantly going, when I retire, I'll do that. I'll do that when I retire. We need to realize the best time to begin building momentum is before you retire. Think about the opportunity you have to try out new routines, explore hobbies, or maybe test out volunteering. if we do that in advance of our retirement, it's going to make our transition so much smoother and help you hit the ground running when that big day finally arrives. Sounds good, doesn't it? Set goals, have a great retirement. But if you're unsure where to start, where do you begin? You ever heard that saying, how do you eat an elephant? You know, it's one bite at a time, so start small. One habit, one hobby, one goal. Think about what I said. I have set a goal. I am going to walk 1 hour every single day. I have a spreadsheet because I'm an accountant, and I log it every single day. One habit, one hobby, one goal. Guys, we don't need a 5-year plan anymore. We just need a step in the right direction. One of the favorite things I say all the time is it's progress, not perfection. Remember, your retirement, my retirement, doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It's your time. You make it count. Guys, thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please hit that like and subscribe. It will help me grow the channel. But let me leave you with a challenge. Let's stop waiting for retirement to happen and let's start making it happen. Let's set a goal, take a small step. We all know that the first step is the hardest, but let's build the retirement that we've always dreamed of. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the future.